Hey, good morning everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thought this was a good point in the build to do an update. Got the screens, the LCDs screens in both units. I've added the microphones. Down at the corner you're not going to really be able to see it. I'll post a picture and hopefully it'll show up. I also added the LEDs. These are three pretty bright red LEDs, and they're going to be hidden behind the screen. And I also wanted to say that for anybody who's interested, I found probably one of the nicest screen materials for this prop at Walmart. It's a splatter guard. And what's nice about this is you get, I think, two of these for, I think they're under 15 bucks. And it's not a regular screen like you put in your window made out of individual woven strands of wire. This is actually a stamped material, so when you cut it, you don't have the grid falling apart like you would a regular window screen. It's stamped, so it's very stable. This is nice. It's easy to fold. I think the material is probably aluminum. Do I have a magnet conveniently located around here? Oh, right in front of me. Yeah, it's non-metallic, so I'm sure it's aluminum. Easy to cut, very thin gauge, nice. So I'm thinking about using that. And I'm also thinking when I install the camera, because that's what's going to happen after I get all the wiring in. I'm at a very slow point now where I attach some wires and I secure them with epoxy or RTV. In this case, epoxy, because I really want the wires stable so that it puts very little stress on where I'm soldering my wires to, because a lot of the connections are nothing more than test points and not really very strong. The menu and up and down wires will be fairly well supported because I'm leaving the push buttons in. They'll be out of the way. You'll never see them, and it gives me a good strong anchor point. But the push to talk buttons, they're just two little test points, and even though I'm just using 26 gauge wire, there's enough mass to where you could literally rip the wires off or the pads off the circuit board, because the workmanship on these spy gear walkie-talkies are commercial grade, so they're not really the best, and you want to treat them very carefully. So epoxy goes in. I'm taking my time. I'm in no hurry, but I just wanted to kind of go through and show you where I'm at right now. This is where all the wiring gets cleaned up. That's the microphone. These are the push-to-talk. This is the LEDs. This rat's nest gets cleaned up. I mean, it always looks bad at this point because the wires are there with enough length to where if I misjudge something, I've got enough wire. And also it puts a service loop in there, so if something did break, I've got enough wire left over that I'm not digging what I've mounted out. I've got enough wire I can repair it and continue. So next, after this point where I get everything wired in and the board installed and finally secured, is the Geiger counter. And I finally bit the bullet. One thing I noticed about the Geiger counter circuit is its design is such that it behaves a lot like an RF unit, where just simply the movement of wires or the placement of a component is enough to throw off the whole operational characteristics of this circuit. It's high frequency, high voltage, and very high impedance. So I decided to bite the bullet and I think I talked about this before, do a board layout. I've ordered these from PCB Express. They'll be here in about 2 weeks. So once I get the video transceiver in and functional, I'll add the Geiger counter circuit, and shouldn't slow down the progress too much, because I've got a lot to do here, getting the video walkie-talkie installed, and I'm going to be taking my time. So you got to be, again, very patient. Otherwise, you could end up with just a paperweight. So again, I thought I'd do a real quick little update here, yeah, everything's moving forward, and I'm just very, very pleased with, again, how Round 2 did these. They're very easy to work with. The bezel that I made for the LCD screen pushed right in and was easy to secure. The gaps I filled in with some epoxy. This whole interior will get painted flat black, because where's the faceplate? I don't have it here. The faceplate that's going to go on here is going to be black. I know there's some that are gray. I like the black, and that's what I did on the first set of resin props, and that's what I'm going to do on these. So just a real quick update. I hope you all have a great day, and if you're following along with this build, I hope everything's going well for it, and I'll see you on the next update. Bye.